Alright guys, this week we're going to be looking at escaping the mount. So we're going to be focusing on the buck and roll escapes, and it's always best to use in combination with other escapes. So we'll focus on the buck and roll and just look a little bit on the knee to elbow that'll pop up later. Elsa's going to go to the mount position. Alright, so the first thing that's really crucial is I need to keep her hips over my hips. If she slides her knees up, I can lift my hips and she barely moves and I'm not going to be able to roll her out. So I need to frame and get my elbows in so her hips are over my hips. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is when her hands are on my shoulders, like here. And so this would be like if she's trying to set up a choke or hold herself up to punch or something like that. But I'm going to hook the wrist and then like grab the elbow like I'm holding a glass. I'm going to block that same side foot and keep her knee steady. I'm going to bridge, I'm going to roll and get to that top position. The next one is same thing with the elbows down. Instead of her hands being on my shoulders, they're going to be out on the floor here. Now, it's important that I pull the elbow down before I loop my elbow over her wrist. So if I'm trying to reach, if I reach up here, my shoulders really, my arms are really weak there, and she'll be able to collapse me in this position here with my arm, and that is the worst position in jiu-jitsu. You can't get out, you're getting kind of smothered, it's no good. So I have to pull with my arm and then loop my elbow over. Make sure your partner flips their hand palm up so their wrist isn't in danger. I'm going to do that same heel block the knee here. I can either throw the arm under the armpit here or push with my elbow. The same roll, get to the top position here. Alright, now we'll look at the escape that I really like. So usually when I'm training, the hands are going to be like, I'll be able to control one hand on my lapel. I'm going to hook that wrist, same thing here, I can hook the arm. I'm going to block the foot. She should be trying to counter her weight, so she's going to reach and post. And she might reach and post quite a bit, and that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold her foot here with my ankle. I'm going to roll underneath, and it kind of winds up her leg. Like imagine like a thread with a spool. So without a partner, I'm going to block here. My knees are going to point that same direction. I'm going to turn my hips, and I'm going to extend here and roll to that top position. So teach the class in that sequence, and then this last one we'll look at the leg getting posted. Alright, so here, so I'm going to this position, I'm blocking the foot, I'm trying to turn and roll, but she leans so far, like she's really exaggerating this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this knee to elbow variation here. I'm going to push, go from the back of the arm here to the hip. I'm going to bump up, move my hip back, bring my knee in. I can go to this kind of one-legged X-guard or footlock position. One more time. I have control of the arm, I'm blocking the foot. She knows if she stays there, she's going to roll, so she really extends and leans really far away. This hand's going to go from the arm to the hip. I'm going to bump, hip back, and take that space here. I can either attack the foot or start looking to set up sweeps. But I've got my guard back. That's it.